Hello, and welcome to another edition of Elizabeth Burnt This and That, coming to you from the grassy knoll, just about 2 miles west of Fillmore, Indiana, in the middle of nowhere. We're out at a friend's farm that adjoins the railroad tracks, and this is our place for watching trains on occasion. So, Elizabeth, what is the review tonight?
Well, I'm going to be covering both seasons of Grimsburg, and from what I've read on the Reddit site, has been greenlit for a third. So I am extremely happy because this is one of my comfort. I'm into it. This is actually one of my comfort shows, and it takes place in this, town, and you've got a private detective who solves cases with his what's known as his crime mind. It's Marvin Flute. And Marvin, good lord, he is like one of the worst dads ever, other than Rick Sanchez. Whew, man, I don't know if I could compare the two. I would think that Marvin is actually worse than Rick, if I can say that in all honesty. But I enjoy the characters. It's just got a lot of, really quick and zany scenes and one-liners, innuendo, kind of double entendre. It plays a lot with that. The voice cast is just terrific. Alan Tudyk actually plays a couple of characters. He plays Mr. Flush, who's Stan's imaginary friend. Personally, I think he's some sort of entity, but they really haven't really delved into that much, which is intriguing. I hope they do next season, as personally I think that he was summoned somehow. And then he also plays the convict who's responsible for giving Marvin his career, Pentos. Yeah, and just whatever Alan is in, he just steals the show because he's just such a consummate actor, I think. And I believe it would be harder to do voice acting versus being on a TV screen and everybody can see what you're doing. And it's funny that I mentioned that, but I actually did get to talk to Jacksepticeye about this very thing because he was doing a voice for a game, and he was doing a live, and I just happened to be there, and I said, "Hey Jack, what's it like to do voiceover?" And he said, it's really weird because you have to put all your emotion into a character. No one can actually see your face or any kind of motion that you make, and you just have to depict that in the way that you speak. And it takes work. You have to act, and like being on stage, you have to put your cadence has to flow in such a way that people can understand the emotion that you're trying to convey. And Alan does this supremely well, and he's just such a diva in this show. He's just so much fun. And of course, in the first season, they got rid of the boss. There was a conspiracy, a coup going on with her, and she was half Sasquatch, which was a running gag in the very first show, in the very first season. And they totally deep six her, which I don't really miss her, but they brought on Marvin Short, and oh man, he is just outstanding. He plays this kid detective that they take on, and he brings a lot of interesting dynamics to the show, and I'm intrigued to see what they're gonna do with the different criminals because they had Con, and the episodes just kept getting better and better and better, and they did a lot of parodies on 80s, a lot of the 80s TV shows and movies. And for somebody who's an Xer and a Zillennial, it's just right up my alley. This sort of thing I love because I understood every inference and kind of can't think of the word, sorry, but it was I thought it was a very well done series, and very much looking forward to season 3 in the near future. So I don't know if they're gonna do season 4 or not, because it's typically that shows like this that are underrated or kind of overlooked and kind of pushed aside. This one I haven't really seen a lot of commercials for, if at all, or anything. But it's my comfort show. I will admit to that, and I give it 5 stars, 2 thumbs way up. You saw one episode with Marvin's buddy, you know, the cop guy, the robot. There's a reason why he's that way. It's kind of grotesque, but Summers, yeah, Greg Summers, and he can actually tap into other machines, and they have this gag concerning that, and it's just absolutely hysterical. But that's basically all I have to say about Grimsburg, so I will catch you later.
And do you know what the next review is going to be?
I was thinking of going through all of the Mission Impossible films we've seen.
Okay.
Because I have every single solitary one that we have viewed up until the most latest, but we didn't see the part 2 of it, because I think, didn't we kind of lose interest after that?
Which show?
Mission Impossible.
Well, the last 2.
Kind of jumped the shark.
Yeah,
They did. I was just getting kind of tired of it.
I've not seen the new one that came out.
No,
I'm hoping it's really good.
It's part 2. It's part 2, but
I think part of it maybe, you know, it's the same formula they're reusing.
Yeah, they're using the same kind of actors,
and it's just
it's getting
keep
kind of
looking
stale.
for something kind of unique and
Yeah.
not finding it.
It's not. Although I did enjoy seeing Tom Cruise do a lot of those stunts on his own.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is
not a stunt work
incredible.
that he does. All right. Well,
Well,
until next time.
Until next time.